by a couple pounds, but he fought just a couple weeks ago in Colorado Combat 12 Series.
Oh, wow. Yeah, June 17th. That was so recent.
So when you do that weight cut, getting those extra couple pounds off is very difficult.
Yeah,
he's not that big, though. You know what I mean? Like, there are some big 145ers around. Look at his opponent. It's 6'2" and fights at 145. I mean, Collin's 5'9".
He's definitely thicker, though, but you got to remember, after you fight, you're full of cortisone. It's harder to get the weight off. Your body just holds it a little bit more. I'm sure he ate a little bit of food that he liked after. So, I mean, we'll see how his performance is, though.
You know what? If people stopped cutting so much weight, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, it would be amazing if we go to the 1FC way where you show up. For me, I would have to weigh 203, hydrated, and that would be fighting 185. I love how they do that. I wish the UFC and Bellator and other promotions would implement that weight cut, those weight styles, but we'll see. Hopefully the future changes that, you know.
James Brown trying to lose his length right now with those leg kicks. You see him land there, and Collin really trying to get what he can do, where he can measure in.
Can I ask, does anyone know of another 145er with an 84-inch reach? Is there anyone?
Neil Magny's the closest that I know.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's a little higher weight class.
Yeah, what's he, 170?
Longest in the world.
I mean, he can scratch his knees standing up.
He is doing a really good job throwing those front kicks, utilizing how long his legs are as well, because they're almost as tall as Collin is.
Yeah. And we will see Neil Magny later cornering a fight. Austin Hubbard, as a matter of fact.
And James Brown is just coming forward. He's not giving him that respect. He's like, hey, I don't care you're a UFC vet. He's staying in his face. He's throwing those kicks. He's making Collin back up.
You know what? You can't walk out to that walkout song and be scared.
And you see him twitch a little bit. He's got that taekwondo about him. That's the art he started in to get into fighting. So you'll see that high chamber. You'll see that turning side kick.
Yeah, you definitely can see a taekwondo background with how quick his kicks are and how high they get as well. And he doesn't push his hip into it like a Muay Thai striker does. He utilizes his leg and his length and that speed.
And that chamber.
Yeah.
And you look at James Brown, the one thing about, you'll sometimes see his hands low because he's got such a reach advantage.
I feel like Collin just needs to let his hands go a little, whether it's not even hitting him. Just kind of put it in the air, give him something to think about, and maybe look for a level change.
There's a glancing blow leg kick by Collin Anglin.
I would like to see Collin maybe try to shoot this fight, especially with the height difference, especially with the reach difference. I think that he would probably have an advantage if he did start throwing some lower level takedowns.
James Brown landing with that front snap kick.
There we go. Collin's getting in his face right now.
James Brown is smiling at him. He just shook his head and said, no, that didn't land.
Yeah, Collin's engaging now. He was waiting to see where he can engage at as he goes to that head kick.
You see the nose of Collin is a little red. Oh, spinning back fist from
kick.
James Brown.
Yep. There's that taekwondo influence when you see those spinning back kicks, spinning back fists.
Yeah, he went from a big right leg push kick to a spinning back kick.
He's just so long. He threw a hook halfway across the cage and it landed
effortlessly.
You're seeing the length play a huge part in this.
Yeah, maybe 145 is a good weight class for someone that big.
Yeah, I mean, some people are just physically, you see with Alex Pereira, he's so tall. Israel Adesanya, they just use that length. They don't even really need head movement. They kind of just lean back.
With Sugar Sean O'Malley is a perfect example of someone who utilizes the distance.
For short guys like me, I got to slip and rip, stay in the pocket, and make it dirty.
Believe me too.
And that's where Collin Anglin is struggling right now. Where is his opening? Where is it going to come from?
Yeah, well, you know, when someone can keep you at the end of their kicking range, that's what makes it really difficult.
Spinning back fist.
Collin Anglin with the spinning back fist.
You know, he's got to use head movement. He's got to throw punches, even if they're not landing, just to keep something in his face and then pick his time to come in, close the distance, and land some strikes.
Collin blocked that front kick, and James Brown goes right back to it.
I really think...
Oh, he's hurt. Something happened.
Yep.
Something happened there. I don't know what happened.
I don't know if it was a glancing blow.
No, it was to the body. It hurt his arm. I'm not sure.
38 seconds left in this opening round. It seems like he's a little better now.
I really think Collin should start leg kicking. You know,
or level change.
Yeah, level changing, leg kicks, with someone who moves as much as James Brown does and whose legs are as long as what they are. Take away that movement. Start chopping the calf, chopping the legs. We haven't seen a single calf kick here tonight, which really surprised me because I feel like everyone does them now.
Absolutely. And you just see, for a guy that long, that tall, he has skinny legs.
Yes.
Take advantage of that. Chop those legs. Chop those legs down. You know, you got to use what you're good at and your physical attributes.
You know what that means is that when he kicks, they hurt way more because there's no muscle between the bones.
And you look at Collin Anglin as he comes back to his corner, and you can see that solar plex area red. It's tanned up pretty good.
You know, some people show strikes on their face and their body a lot more than others. Collin just couldn't find his range. James did such a good job finding his range with his hands and his legs. He's punching straight down the middle. He's throwing teeps to the face. He's throwing side kicks, push kicks. That was a beautiful right leg teep straight to the face of Collin. We saw left teep, spinning right teep, spinning back fist. James Brown is putting his striking together beautifully. And let's see if Collin's corner is able to give him the necessary adjustments to help him start take this fight over, because right now, like, James is winning this fight.
And I totally agree. If you can have the level change to try to get a takedown,
at least
and get
show
this
it.
fight on
At
the ground.
least he has to show it.
Feint.
Yeah,
give me a feint.
Yeah, I mean, you saw in the last fight, Sasha was getting. Tanner was shooting on him just to make him at least think about it. You're seeing the frustration in Collin's face and his corner.
You know,
and it paid off at the end too in that other fight.
Sorry,
Absolutely.
you know, it's hard watching how James Brown is throwing up these flicky push kicks to the face. It's hard to want a level change when you feel like you're going to run into a foot.
And then he's hip feinting behind it.
Exactly.
So it's like he doesn't know if it's coming or not.
That was a little hook kick from Collin there.
Yeah.
You think he's like taking some of the Taekwondo and trying to put it into his own game?
I got to show some flash as well, he says.
Exactly.
Goes to the leg kick right there. And you see a good look at James Brown. Not obviously built, not thick with the legs, but he's so laser quick and so flexible.
Are you guys watching Collin's footwork right now? He's doing little shuffles, little Ali shuffles. He's in and out. His footwork is actually beautiful. I just wish.
Oh, he catches Anglin. James Brown catches him,
Good
and that's
stoppage.
it.
You know, James Brown is a guy who's been training since he was 10 years old. I don't know what the trash talk after the fight was about, but, you know, he got caught. I mean, James Brown is a guy who's been training martial arts his entire life, and unfortunately, Collin got caught on the wrong end of that punch and got dropped.
Yeah, it was an uppercut that snuck in. You saw him miss, and he came in and snuck in with an uppercut. That was the punch that did it.
You know what? Our referees are on point tonight. That was a great stoppage. Really good utilization of striking from James Brown. That little right lead uppercut just snuck in through the guard of Collin Anglin, and he got it done. You can see James talking to him at the end. I want to know what he said. The commission actually stopped Anglin's corner from coming in for a second because the corner was really fired up as well.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, I don't know what the beef was after. I saw a lot of curse words coming, just reading his lips, but we got Derek Brunson in there with him, obviously a teammate of him, very excited. Not sure what the trash talk was about, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jamie Neely calls a stop to this contest at 53 seconds of the second round, declaring your winner by TKO, James Get Down!